my magical friends, I'm Cowmingo! Now I hope everyone's having an absolutely amazing day, but today I am playing Waterworks Studios' new game, Meta Mall. Now I have spent quite a bit of time in this game, just like running around, seeing what people think of it, seeing all their honest opinions, and overall just exploring the game. But I want to be talking about today what they can do to this game to make it a bit more playable and overall just make the game better. Now, first of all, I just want to go ahead and say that overall, I think all of this that I'm about to say and overall the entire game itself needs to be added in Overlook RP, but I know for a fact they're trying to make this their own individual game. So I'm going to be working with that in mind, but overall, I do think all of this needs to be added inside of Overlook Bay. But let's go ahead and load in, and let's start with the front area of the game. And yet again, this is a very gorgeous game. It looks really good. The builders are very good at making their maps. But let's go in and start in the front area, and that is going to be the security office. Now, something they should really do is not just in here, but like all over the map. There should be like employee uniforms that you can put on, because there's not exactly a whole bunch of outfits you can put on in this game that are like preset. So there should be like a mall cop outfit that you can wear, kind of like you can wear Officer Farley's outfit if you want to, and you can put it like in a side room like over here that has the outfit in it, so you can put it on, it's out of the way, but it's still there for you to either like buy the outfit itself, wear it, and like roleplay in the outfit. They can even put like a mall cop Segway, like Paul Blart Mall Cop, he has a Segway. You can totally put that in game too, because that'd be a lot of fun to drive around in. And also another thing is you see all these monitors right here. What they should do is they should make it to where if you sit down in the seat, you can use the cameras around the mall instead of having nothing here. Because if you look around, there's like a camera model like right here. There's another one right here. And you can even find a bunch outside in the main mall. You can see one right there too. So you should be able to see through those cameras to look around the map. So that's so there's like a little bit more playability in the game, which is a major problem they normally have. Is that there needs to be a lot more playability of the of all the stuff in game instead of just like having stuff to hold and like sitting down in chairs. They can even add like a police officer or like mall cop tag above your head if you want to be like a mall cop specifically, just for a little bit more role playability instead of like the ranks, because there really isn't much use of ranks inside of a roleplay game, to be honest. There's not much of a use for that. I'd rather have like roleplay names or like roleplay like ranks like police officer, mall manager, stuff like that. But moving on to the actual mall, they can do more of the exact same thing as the police thing. They can do like, you can work at these stands. So like maybe put like a doorway here, and inside has outfits you could wear for these jobs. You can like wear an employee's outfit and work at the hot dog stand or the ice cream parlor. And just sit here and sell stuff to people, have some role play. And uniforms you can wear or buy or some cool stuff like that, because there's not like any outfits for you to wear to actually roleplay, because it isn't that easy to put together outfits, as I bet a lot of y'all know. It's very hard to put together nice outfits. And also more things they can do, and just overall just more jobs they can add just for a little roleplay. They don't even have to give money for these jobs. You can have like a janitor that can go around and pick up trash that like randomly spawns and also despawns in case there's no janitors. And you can like pick up all the trash and like throw it away in the trash cans, or even take trash out of trash cans and throw them away permanently. You know, like janitors around the mall, that could be a lot of fun. They even need to make it where you can actually interact with these vending machines all over the map and truly get things out of it. Like I should be able to interact with the vending machine, and like one of the drinks or chip bags should pop out for me to use and hold. I mean, that would be a lot of fun, like going up and a roleplay, going up to the vending machine, using it, and getting a drink out of it. That'd be a lot of fun, and it would add something to do in the game. Now, going to one of the shops, the Star Shop, something they should do in here is, first of all, I just want to say, the mannequins are really cool. I love the stances doing the mannequins. They are very nicely done. They're really cool looking mannequins. But to be honest, there should be more items. There really isn't enough items in these stores to really utilize them, because, like, there's only, like, I don't know, like 25-ish items in this store. That's not a whole bunch to choose from. So they should add like a whole bunch more items in here. So like, there should be like 50 to like 100 items in here instead of like only like 20 or so. They can even make it, if they want to add even more, make it like rotate between sets of outfits. So like in a couple minutes, like this would swap to a different set of items instead. And even inside the stores, you should be able to wear the outfits of these mannequins. Like, I should be able to put on the outfit of this cashier and wear it, or even buy the items, because this is a very nice NPC, and if I would wear the outfit, there's really no way for me to find this outfit unless I look it up. Which, knowing Roblox catalog really isn't easy to do, to be honest. And also, to be honest, it should be moved out of the way. The NPC should be, like, over here instead, so that way you can put it on and work here instead of the cashier. You know, like, roleplay inside the clothing store and, like, sell items to players. That could be kind of fun. And while we're at it, inside the backpack menu, they should add more items. A credit card or a wallet or, like, fake money. Like roleplay giving money to a person for an outfit. They should add that type of stuff, too. Just to add, like, a different layer of roleplay ability. I think it'd be kind of cool. Oh, and also, look right here. There's another security camera they should be able to look through as a security guard in the security room. To, like, look around everywhere. That'd be really cool. But moving on over to the movie theater, which, by the way, is really cool. I would love for them to add all this into the actual movie theater and Overlook RP, especially the fact that there's actually a movie playing. Oh my gosh, why don't we have that in Overlook RP yet? But there is a bunch of stuff they can do in here. First of all, I would love another job outfit in here, like another outfit, maybe like put a room like over here. And it can have like an usher's outfit or like an employee that would sit behind here or a ticket taker. There should be a ton of outfits to choose from, and also, like, you know, jobs the same as, like, janitor, or, like, hot dog stand worker, stuff like that. And also, these things should, like, animate. You should be able to, like, serve drinks to people instead of, like, having a drink by itself that's already made. You should have, like, an empty cup they can take up to this area, fill it up, and hand it to people. That'd be really cool. Or at least basic enough, just have like an empty cup that you can put into here and turn into a full cup like this instead, and you can like roleplay give it. Same with the coffee stand, which by the way, this is actually the coffee stand from Overlook Bay, so we should be able to have this working too. Same with the cash register and also the popcorn machine, you should be able to use them. And moving on to the actual theater itself, yet again, I really want that inside of Overlook RP. That would be so exciting if we could actually, like, have that going in there. Because that has been sitting there for a long time. But there should also be trash, like, down the aisles, like, janitors can pick up, or ushers can pick up, like, roleplay picking up the trash after a movie. And to be honest, you should be able to go up into that room up there where they actually play the movie on a projector. You should be able to go up there and, like, roleplay being the person that's doing the projector work. That would be really cool if that was a possibility. And also, yet again, there's more cameras! You should be able to look through those instead. They're literally everywhere. But moving on to the next area, and also, I don't know if you know this, we can actually walk into the coming soon room and there's stuff in here. It's kind of cool. It's nice looking in here. It's a nice little rundown building. But if you go over here, there's these stands, like the toy stand, and there's also a plant stand. They should actually be working. Like, you should be able to actually grab the items on the toy stand because none of these items are in the toy menus. Like, if I scroll through here, like, none of these items are usable that are on this toy stand. And yet again, just like the movie theater, the hot dog stand, and like the police over there, you should have a job of like selling toys at this stand. To like roleplay working at this little stand right here. Same with the plants too. You should be able to have these plants you can like run around with. Now, I do know there is a plant inside of the miscellaneous menu in your backpack, but to be honest, I don't know when any of this stuff is locked. You should have access to all this by default. And there really is no indicator on how to actually get these items. I mean, I've played a whole bunch, so I know that it's by having a level, so the more times you level up, the more items you unlock, so you eventually unlock every single item in this menu. But there really is an indicator on that, but either way, this stuff shouldn't be locked. You should be able to have all these items to roleplay with. But I do wish you can actually buy these plants, like roleplay buy them, so like you can grab them and actually take them somewhere. And also, speaking of plants, they should have, like, a gardener job, because there's a bunch of plants all over the mall, like these, and these little planter boxes all over the place. You should be able to, like, water these, like a watering can or something like that, and, like, they glow if you water them, and, like, maybe they grow bigger, greener, maybe flowers bloom. That would be really cool. It would be really fun to, like, run around and, like, water all the plants, like, roleplay as a gardener. Now, there's also a coffee shop, but there's a whole bunch they can do in here. Like, first of all, we can have a coffee shop worker outfit. You can put, like, the room back here for, like, all the roleplay outfits for this room. And you can, like, sell coffees to people, but there's no, like, outfits or, like, ranks to, like, roleplay as a coffee shop person. And on top of that, the coffee machine should be working. Like, I should be able to grab, like, an empty cup, put it in the coffee machine and like make a coffee. I mean, yet again, it could all end up being the exact same model in the end, but still, you should have the experience of being able to make the coffee. It truly just adds a whole bunch more to the roleplay. Now, they can even add a little desk at the front for like an employee to welcome customers, like set them at their tables, give them menus and stuff like that. But like, we don't even have a menu in this game either. We just have like a book and like a newspaper in this room. Like, there's no menus to order coffee. Like physical holding menus. I know there's one up there, but still. And yet again, there's trash cans, so they could be like a janitor that can roll through, pick up trash off the ground, and throw them in the trash cans. That'd be so cool. And there's also security cameras. Like, come on. Let me roleplay a small cup farther. You know you want me to. And moving on further, you can see like there's more toy stands and also plant stands. There's a bunch of these all over the map, which isn't too bad, but it'd be kind of cool to see more of those. Here's another shop too. Here's the waste shop yet again. It could use so many more items. It could add a ton more waste items in here, or even just full-on outfits instead. Like sell full-on put-together outfits instead of like individual hats would work really cool too. And so I'm just noticing here's another security camera. You can move the NPC like back here to like another room. Like you can put a room back here for a bunch of cashier outfits so that we can roleplay as a cashier without the NPC being here. I mean, honestly, there are so many cool things they can add into those rooms. Oh, and also look at this. There is a coming soon sign over here, so I'm betting they're wanting to add something over here too. And honestly, it would be very cool if they add like a fashion show or something, because there's a bunch of clothing all over the place. They should have players have the ability to have a fashion show. That'd be awesome. I mean, you don't even have to add a script for like an actual like rating thing. You can just have it where players can just walk down a runway in their outfits. That'd be really cool. And yet again, it would add something for players to do in the game because there's like nothing to do right now. Also, here's another shop right here. Same issues. Add more items in here because there's not hardly enough items in this room. And add a room for like a bunch of cashier outfits too. That'd be cool. Come on, vending machine work. I don't know why the vending machines don't work. It's so disappointing. But moving on to the middle, that overall, I want to say most of the stuff in the middle is really cool. I really like this band thing right here. Whenever I was in servers, I always saw people over here playing with the music instruments, and they play sounds too. They all play actual sounds when you play them, and it's really nice. But to be honest, I wish there was more variation of what the music is, and I wish they were synced up. So like if somebody started singing and somebody started playing the guitar, they sound like they were part of the exact same song instead of like playing off beat if they play at different times. This would be kind of cool if you had a player like playing the drums, a player playing the piano, the guitar, and also someone singing, all being turned into one song that makes sense together. And like if someone stops playing the guitar, it stops playing the guitar part. That'd be kind of cool. Also, speaking of music, something they should really do is give us the ability to mute music. I mean, the music in this game is very nice, but to be honest, it kind of makes me a little tired. It's very calming music, so it kind of makes me tired when I listen to it, to be honest. But even if the music didn't make me tired, still give us the option to mute music in the game. I'm gonna go back to it being muted, because yet again, it makes me very tired listening to that song over and over again. Moving on to the middle thing, there's this cool thing where it's kind of cool where it can like show the outfit everyone's wearing. So I can go in here and type in like someone's username like mine and show all the outfits they have. But to be honest, I'm not too big of a fan of them showing all the outfits. I'd prefer if it was just like spawned in the current outfit they were wearing instead. I mean, I know other games have it to where you can see every single outfit someone's made, but to be honest, I'm not a huge big fan of that. So I think they should make it where this the one outfit spawns in the middle instead of showing every single individual outfit the person's made. I like the merry-go-round a lot though, it's very nice. Also, something else they can do that just add a bunch more cool things to do. They can add like an ice skating rink inside this area. So like this entire area already kind of looks like an ice skating rink, to be honest, its own little area. But they can totally add an ice skating rink because it's just imagine how cool it would be to have an ice skating rink with a band on it. That would be really cool. I mean, they don't even have to move everything. They don't have to move any of these things in the middle or even the escalators. And they already have an ice skating rink. They showed off the ice skating rink in the first Christmas update for Overlook Bay. There was an ice skating rink, so they could just show like, so they can just put like a better version of that inside this area instead. They could even add like a roller skating rink like over here too if they wanted to, like in that store or like in this wall instead. Like add a big old roller skating rink because that's another thing players can do together. But I'm guessing let's go ahead and move on upstairs. Starting with the salon. Now, I wish this was a little bit different. Right now, whenever you sit down in a chair, it just pops up a menu with a bunch of hairstyles for you to choose from, and it kind of shows them to you. This is nice and all, but I wish it was a little different. I wish it was a system like the right side was boys and the left side was girls. And like you sit down in the chair and it puts on a random hairstyle, kind of like you can do like the animation of like the wishing well, and it puts on a random hairstyle on your avatar, like a random machine. That'd be really cool. And it can even make it where like these things in the back like remove the hair you're wearing too. And instead of just like popping up a GUI, it does like a cool little random selection thing instead. That'd be kind of fun. And yet again, move like the cashier over to his own little room. You can put on the outfit and like buy the individual items it's wearing. And also just like an above rank of like salon employee. That'd be really cool. They can even do the same over here with a face shop. Instead of like making it a face shop, make like a makeup shop. With like a bunch of fake makeup and stuff like that. And you can have like little makeup stands back here to where it does the exact same thing as the hairs and puts on a random face onto your avatar. I think that would look really cool. And also, yet again, there is another camera. And yet again, here's another shop. Here's the top shop. I wish this was like full outfits instead, maybe. Like have like this be like where the full set outfits are. Because like the Spider-Man outfit should be together. Like you should have like the full Spider-Man outfit. Or maybe like the matching pants for this outfit too. So that way players have like a full outfit they can buy instead. And also, yet again, add a whole bunch more mannequins with more items, too. That'd be awesome. Now, if they aren't wanting to add in outfits, like they don't want to do full-on outfits for players to wear, what they could do is there are a bunch of these stands all over the map. They can turn some of these into, like selling shops for players. So, like, if you're a UGC creator or you, like, sell clothing in your own shops, you should be able to put the clothing on, like, stands that you can claim and like sell full outfits to people, which would honestly be a win-win for the creators of the game and also the players themselves, because they can sell their own outfits inside of a big old game for like actual Roblox. I mean, like I've already seen this in other games too. You can actively do that inside of Club Roblox. You can set up mannequins of your own outfits in there for other players to wear and use. I mean, I don't know, I think that'd be a really cool idea, to be honest. And also, while I'm here, you can see that there's more plants, vending machines, trash cans, and also cameras. They should really add jobs for all this stuff. You should be able to water the plants, take up trash and throw it away. You should be able to use the cameras. I mean, they're already all over the map. We should be able to use them. Now, here's another thing. Here is the arcade. Now, this is yet again, the map is super pretty, but there's like nothing you can actually do in this room. There's like nothing interactable. Now, something you can do in here if they want to like really connect all their games, you should be able to go to like one of these arcade machines and they should have like Trader on the machine, and if you interact with it, it takes you to Trader instead. So it's like you're actually like playing Trader on the arcade machine. I think that'd be really cool. And like same with the Dance Revolution things over here. You should be able to use these. I mean, they've already made the script for Dance Revolution. They did it for that one concert game they made a while back. They should like use that script inside of this to make it like a fun little minigame you can play instead. Because like overall right now, there is literally nothing to do in here instead of like grabbing a ticket out of the ticket machine and like sitting down in the stools. I mean, that's the only thing you can do right now. And also, speaking of like linking all the games together, something you can do to like link this game, and something they should really do already, is over down in Spawn or somewhere, there should be a way to head back over to Overlook Bay. Because to be honest, most of the players in this game already came from Overlook Bay, so you should make it like some kind of transportation outside the mall to go back to Overlook Bay instead. Because I've been in servers a whole bunch and players are in there asking how to get back to Overlook Bay, how do I go back, stuff like that. So there needs to be a way to head back to Overlook Bay, like by taking like a train or a bus or something like that. They already had a train station in Overlook Bay for the Christmas event, so like just use that again, like a train to travel all throughout the games. And I'm guessing for the last thing, we have the food court, which is main issue is there's nothing's really usable in here. Like, you can only like grab items. Like, you can grab the food, the tacos, you can grab like the hot dogs and pretzels. But like, everything back here isn't usable. You should be able to like use the fridges. You should be able to use the deep fryers. You should be able to use like most of the stuff back here because like none of this is usable. I should be able to like make fries in the deep fryer, and to be honest, you can already do this in other games too, so you should be able to do that here also. Like, you can literally go to the grocery store in Club Roblox and actively use a deep fryer, and it is so cool. And also, just like in all the other areas, there should be like an employee room where you can put on all the outfits. If you want to buy the outfits, you can, and be able to roleplay as an employee in the food court. That would be really cool, because right now, there's like no outfits for you to put on to actively roleplay as an employee of any of these stores. I mean, you can go look for one, but that takes a lot of time to like find one on the Roblox catalog that looks good. And being able to match with people too also adds with the roleplay. Like being able to roleplay with friends as employees of the food court, all wearing the exact same uniform. I mean, that adds another layer of roleplay that this game really needs. But to be honest, the main issue of Meta Mall is there really isn't a lot of replayability. I mean, you can like play around with the instruments for a little bit, and like you can like mess around with outfits for a tiny bit. But other than that, there currently isn't really anything to do in this game other than those 2 or 3 things. And also something I've noticed recently too, in most of their games, there really isn't a lot of replayability in most of the games they've made so far. Because I noticed that over like Bay, everyone's just kind of waiting for events. Like once the Valentine's event ends, everyone's just kind of sitting around and waiting for the Easter event to come out. And that doesn't seem to be the case in most games. I mean, even for new players that haven't played the games before, I also noticed that even they're just waiting around for actual things to do too. And to be honest, I'm being kind of selfish here because I really want them to make a game that has a bunch of things for you to do and has tons of players in them, so that way I can play and upload stuff for content, because truly right now, I have like nothing to upload right now. I mean, I have nothing to do inside of Overlook Bay or like this game. Like, there's nothing for me to actually do and upload onto the channel, so I'm being kind of selfish in that regard. I truly just want something to do and something to upload, because I really do like playing their games, and I love the community that plays these games too. It's just there's really not a whole lot to do right now, to be honest. But yeah, so let me know down in the comments, what are your general thoughts on what I had to say? And also, what do you think? What do you think they could do to their games to make them more playable too? But yes, this was a very long video. Hope y'all don't mind. But thank you so much for being here, and I will see y'all next time. Goodbye!